And I'm joined now by Wake Forest political science professor Dr. John Dunn. And John, if the purpose of a VP debate is twofold, do no harm and defend your running mate, how did these two do tonight, in your opinion?
Yeah, you're not going to see much discussion of big gaffes or big mistakes that the candidates made. What you are going to see is both of the candidates sought to underline key themes that their running mates are trying to accomplish. And you see Vance saying Donald Trump is the agent of change. Kamala Harris is the agent of the status quo. He went back to that. At the same time, you saw Tim Walz continue to reinforce Donald Trump is erratic, can't be trusted, his temperament isn't strong. Both of them underlined key themes. They achieved the goals that they want to achieve in a vice presidential debate.
We've talked about this many times since the summer. Debates usually don't have a major influence on what happens in November, certainly not VP debates, but this is unlike anything we've seen in a long time. Super close in North Carolina and in the other 6 battleground states. Was there maybe a little more at stake tonight than there would normally be for the second person on the ticket?
We still don't want to overstate the possibility of an importance of a vice presidential debate being a game-changing moment. That just doesn't usually happen. In this case, though, the closeness of the race, and more importantly as well, this is the last debate we're likely to see, had left voters tuning into this for a little more insight than they usually would.
How would you say this debate tonight compared with Biden-Trump in late June and with Harris-Trump just a few weeks ago in mid-September?
This debate in the recent years was unusually friendly. It was unusually lacking in contention. In the previous debates we saw this year and in previous years, usually there's some contention, it's really caustic. The number of times that we saw debate today, the candidate saying, I can agree with my opponent. I think we could work together. In a polarized era where people see their opponents and say like, wow, they're enemies up there, this was perhaps a helpful sign that voters came away thinking these two could possibly work together. Perhaps a hopeful sign in a polarized era.
We will see. And final thought for you here. Obviously, you can zoom in on any one moment during the nearly 2 hours and say, boy, that wasn't great for this candidate, or, ooh, that was a pretty good one-liner. Big picture, the full sample size from tonight. Is the headline, this was a pretty good night for J.D. Vance?
Debates are in the end about general impressions that people come away with. And it's no secret that J.D. Vance has been underwater in his approval rating. He hasn't had the best rollout. He had a good night tonight in the sense that he came across as reasonable, presented his ideas in a way that seemed to be understanding and empathetic. He probably boosted his stock to some degree after tonight's debate.
Excellent, John. We appreciate your analysis and insight as always.